And we're live.
Hey guys, hi! Welcome to Roleplay, the D&D
Hi.
show. Though the force is, it's my turn, Kimarie.
Oh,
I'm just,
oh.
I'm kidding. I'm switching with you.
Daddy, chill.
I know. This is Roleplay. This is the D&D show. The force is my players just to roll with it and have a great time with my friends. I'm DM Dan. Hi guys. Hello. I know Kimarie. We're gonna nod. It's fine. Love you. Thank you again for joining us. We are on episode 12. We made it to a dozen episodes. Exciting. Gonna be having a great time today. Let's just get to talk to our players a little bit more, see how their day's going, how their week's going, anything changed, anything they want to talk about. Cal, let's go with you. Hey!
That's
You
me.
celebrated a birthday
Oh no, that's
not too long
Kimarie's
ago.
thing. I did celebrate a birthday this past Thursday. So another year older. For my birthday, I got myself a haircut, so now I don't look like a scruffy person.
That looks nice.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oz no longer looks like an intellect devourer. They're apparently the child of the Raven Queen, whatever that means. And now that they've gone to the opera, the next thing that they have to look forward to is meeting Nanette at the City of the Dead again. For a secret meeting with the whole group, which I also don't know who that is.
But you may find out. Be a happy, fun time. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you, Cal. Dennis plays Craig. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Cool.
Looking forward to the. I'm looking forward to the opera. We already went to the opera.
We already went to the opera.
This is why we're gonna do recaps, folks, just to make sure we're all on the same page and we know where we are. Yeah. I think you're still in the opera, though. I mean, I guess it's a great show.
We're outside the opera. We had a whole conversation with the talking horse.
Damn it!
You're fine. It's okay. It's fine. Anything you want to talk about with your character or anything just in general you want to chat about?
I have actually a better idea of what I am now, unless, you're going to throw me a curveball, so.
We'll see. Do you want to guess, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
I'm pretty sure I'm a bugbear.
Okay. That's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
It is. I think it's a very good guess.
But what really is the kicker is whether it's a correct guess. So
Exactly. But we will see. And we had a bugbear shown, I think episode 0, when Xanathar's minions came by. So it's a big, hairy, beast-looking creature. So should be really fun. Sounds good, Dennis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Hi, Kimarie, who plays Miki. How are you?
Hi, I'm Kimarie. I play Miki. I'm a boy.
Yes.
Never forget.
Never forget. Always remember. I'm doing good. I am very excited that I'm wearing fine, fancy clothes right now.
Yes.
My ruffled white shirt, my golden pants, and so that's super fun. Again, I still think I'm the Haragon, and I think I'm a bard. Even though I'm not musical, bards can be in other perspectives, so I really do kind of think I am. And I got the spell Disguise Self from Slurpee, yet again, Slurpee my rat.
Yes.
Because I am Ratman, and I get my powers from my rats, apparently. What did you say?
I said you named yourself Ratman, but I'm totally
I am Ratman because Dan loves Batman, so of course he would make me play that character, as I am the best suited for it, of course. So
you're very humble, yes.
But yeah, I'm super excited for episode 12 and see what we're gonna do.
I think it's going to be fun. I mean, what I'm liking about this is that, we are 12 episodes in, which is still kind of, a small amount of time, but a lot has already kind of been discovered, and there's already a lot of mysteries kind of getting solved, and people having ideas, and you guys kind of grouping together. The cohesion's really there. So I think it's only going to get better, and I'm excited. Should be fun. Thanks, Kimarie.
You're welcome.
Hi, Justin. How are you?
good today. How are you?
Good. What does your shirt say, if I may ask?
Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come.
Well, I'm glad you came here.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm still catching up. I'm an hour behind after all these daylight savings changes, so.
It is rough. I'm sorry.
Which also I realize our countdown timer is wrong because of that, so we haven't yet started yet according to our countdown, so please ignore that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're so
tell us
welcome.
about you and your character a bit.
Well, there's nothing about me you need to know, so. Ximena had successfully, started her quest to appease the guild that was interested in her by stealing a handkerchief from a lady noble, and successfully stole a diamond ring as well. So that was pretty cool. Rolled a nat 20 on that stealth or sleight of hand check, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed and happy that you didn't get caught with that. Yes.
Could you imagine? Yeah. At an event where everyone could potentially see this happening, but hopefully no one saw it despite that, so we'll find out. I was probably planning on dropping that off at the docks later so I can get that completed, though not without my entourage.
Of course, you're passing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you again, Justin. And again, like, a big shout out to our players here, and I don't say it enough, but like, it wouldn't be the show without the four of them, and I love them all very much. So thank you all for sticking with this, being with your characters. I'm having a lot of fun DMing this. Also, a big shout out to the people watching. We've been kind of getting record likes and views on TikTok, and I'm honestly blown away. It's really awesome. I mean, our last one got 50 likes, which I'm like, wow, how did that happen? But if you are from TikTok that is watching us for the first time, please check us out on our YouTube videos if you want to be caught up. We have everything pretty much uploaded from episode 1 to 11 there. Or you can just chill with us. We're fine with that too. We like company. But yeah, big love to everyone. Thank you so much. And I guess without further ado, let's roll into episode 12 of today's episode of Roleplay.
Roleplay.
Stop it, Justin.
Roleplay. In our last episode, Oz transformed from an intellect devourer into a young, dark-haired elven male. They did this by killing a former priest/acolyte, we don't know yet, of the Raven Queen named Jacob. Net Bonecrag, one of the Raven Queen's followers, explained to Oz that they are a child of the Raven Queen, directly created by her. Net proved this by cutting Oz's arm, exposing the black blood slowly turning into black hair like fibers that matched the Raven Queen's hair. Oz, now feeling a sense of purpose and closure, agreed to meet with Nanette and the other followers the next night, to perhaps find out more about their past. Meanwhile, Craig just won a fighting tournament and received 350 dragon as the grand prize. Even though the reaction from the fans was not very warm, Deville, Starsong, and Yagra Stonefist, part of the Zentarum faction, wanted to recruit Craig and give him the chance to earn renown in their faction. Deville explained that there were elves and half-elves getting killed near the dockboard, and further investigation is needed. Craig acknowledged the offer and made pleasantries with Deville and Yagra, and headed back to the Trollskull Manor to meet up with the rest of the party. While our players were catching up with one another in the tavern, their neighbors, Emberk and Avi, paid a visit asking if our group had known anything about the fire that was caused at Froon's Brews. Ximena, causing the fire, continues to remain undetected. And keeping in mind that she has not discussed this information with anyone yet, our players had no idea. Our other players had no idea. There have been suspecting eyes on Ember causing the fire because he is a fire genasi, but that is of pure ignorant speculation, especially since the flames were an unnatural crimson red. Later on in the day, Miki and Craig visited Marath's Fine Silks, hoping to get some fine clothes to attend the opera at the Lightsinger Theater. They caught a ride with their old friend Glarb and gave them a ride free of charge. While Miki and Craig were shopping, Slurpee, one of Miki's rats, touched his hand and became blue and oozy like Glarb. Later in the dressing room, Miki also sounded like Glarb when their hand was disguised. The effect subsided, Miki and Craig met others at the theater. In the theater, our players were taking their seats and Ximena saw this as an opportune moment to fulfill their quest of obtaining a handkerchief from a wealthy noble. With a natural 20, again, she stole the handkerchief without anyone saying anything, plus a diamond ring to boot. At intermission, our players went up to the box seats of the theater and met with Mert, a representative of the Harper's faction, and gave them the opportunity to receive renown in their faction. He explained that the group needed to talk to Maxine, a talking mare located on the busy streets of the city, for some possible information on Zentarum informants. After the show, our players found Maxine and received word about Zentarum representatives spying on Xanathar's guild, also revealing 2 names of Zent members, the Veilstar Song and Yakra Stonefish. Stonefist. I keep saying Stonefish. I don't know why. Yeah, so that's where we left off. I know it was a lot last episode. But you guys are all on you guys are on the streets at the moment. So if you bring up the Waterdeep map, you are on the high road, which is near the market. So you're kind of on that area, to the right side of the market on the high road is where you guys were. I will say, I know Zybina sees this. I want to see how subtle this is. I'm rolling right now. Okay, this isn't very subtle at all. All of you notice, and pretty much everyone else in the crowd sees the, especially you, Zybina, the very same wealthy noblewoman you saw leave the Light Singer Theater, and is screaming and irate at the halfling that took your ticket stubs in the very beginning. And it's taken outside, and from what you hear, she goes, "This is preposterous. You need to run a better establishment here. I was robbed. I can find my handkerchief on my ring everywhere. This is tragic. This is gonna be in court." And she storms off, and then her older husband kind of like goes behind her. Zybina, the halfling ticket person looks at you and kind of looks around at the at like the crowds around, like wait for it to subside, and then he looks at you and just gives you a slight nod. And goes back inside.
That was just the ticket person. We didn't know their name or anything, right?
No.
Huh.
Not at all.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she just stares as if like she's being aloof, like she's not really sure like why the halfling would do that in this moment.
Oh, sure.
She's just acting indifferent and just looks at the rest of the party like, wow, who would have thought something so underhanded could have happened at such an event?
Exactly.
Are
I
you
will
an
also
insight
say
check?
on Zybina,
Yeah.
or okay, yeah, and then Zybina, if you want to roll a deception, if you're deceiving, which
I would say I would be deceiving in terms of like being
attention, aloof.
Yeah, not necessarily lying about knowing what's happening, just being aloof.
What was your insight, Oz?
10.
10.
Oh
okay.
God, it's all on me.
It is on you. Okay.
Deception.
I
rolled a 15.
Okay. Oz, from what you see, I mean, Zymina's pretty coy with her verbiage and jokes around and kind of flirtation the way she talks, like, oh my, like, I can't believe this. She's kind of hard to read in general.
Yeah.
But you're just like, it's nothing of concern to you. It's just, what the heck is going on with over at the theater? That must suck. Like, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, and I would say Zymina kind of notices Oz staring at her. And she just goes, what? I don't know what happens around this side of town. And she kind of like does that and like turns away to kind of like listen to the end of the conversation that Craig and Oz were having with the talking horse, and just kind of expectantly seeing what we're gonna do.
Sure. One thing I wanted to clarify, I think I mentioned this last episode, in regards to getting renown with the Harpers. A double check, you have to send a letter to like Mert, or if you want to send it to Renair, you can definitely do so. As long as one of those representatives know you got the information and you write it to them, or if you see them in person, then you get your renown.
Oz was gonna send a paper bird.
Okay.
Since they bought some before.
Sure. Are you doing that in the middle of the street, or you're gonna wait till you get back till?
I was gonna wait until we got back.
Okay.
Rather than just using Craig's back to write
exactly.
against.
Which there's plenty of space.
Oh.
Also, Miki, I wanted to ask you, when did you send a letter to Floon, or when did you do that?
No, I have not sent it yet.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. I started drafting the letter. I did
Yeah.
not send it.
Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure that was acknowledged if you had the chance. Okay. So you completed the Harper's quest that you know of. Zymina, you have the handkerchief on you. No one else knows at all. So it is up to you how you want to handle that with your mission, if you want to reveal it to your group or just travel down there. I will let you know. If you look at the Waterdeep map, it is the intersection of Net Street and Dock Street, which is in the Dock Ward. And that is, I think, Cal, I can probably help you here. If you type in the name Full Sails in the search bar, Full, and then Sales, Sails, that's a tavern, and it's right in that intersection.
You mean where I would need to drop the handkerchief
Yep.
off? Okay.
Because it's right
Because I
there.
know
So
it just specified a little tiefling girl in a crate, so that's
exactly.
cute,
Yep.
I guess.
Yep. So that would be the area where you would go.
Way down at the bottom.
Yeah, that
It
is
is.
pretty far from Troll Skull Manor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like getting it out of the way sooner than later is better, but she doesn't want to ruin her dress. So I might wait until the morning and ask someone to go with me to drop it off if we're not doing anything specific. So I don't want to go at night. I don't want to risk that, especially with the Xanatar and the Zentarum feuding.
Yeah.
She's gonna do her best to not get involved with that situation right now. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid doing that for now, for sure.
Sounds good.
Question.
yes.
What was it that Mayloon asked Greg to do?
The Emerald Enclave, right? That quest?
Yeah.
So there have been, they said to go to Falconmere in the Southern Ward for more information about the quest.
Okay.
And he explained that there have been a scarecrow that came to life and is slaughtering livestock, horses, spooked farmers, and the city watch isn't doing anything and needs help with that. So that's the Emerald Enclave.
Okay. Wasn't there one where we were supposed to stop some fights or something?
Yes.
In the Dock Ward?
That was from the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
That was from
Crazy lady.
Savra. In your eyes, maybe.
I'm just kidding.
Savra Bellabranta, who came in with not as much information. She did. She definitely did. But she had nothing to go off of. So.
Struggle.
So you have the Emerald Enclave quest from Mayloon, and then you have the Order of the Gauntlet quest from Savra. And then you're finishing your quest, Zymina. And Craig has a quest if he wants to take it with the Zentarum.
Your girlfriend.
And that's, again, only you know about that, Craig. So that is up to you how you want to handle that. And just know that there have been reports of killings of elven and half-elven individuals in Dock Ward. So. Miki, by the way, one more thing. I know I did reveal to you that you have Disguise Self as a spell. So right now you have 2 first-level spell slots.
Ooh.
So letting you know about that. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? What's the plan?
Sounds good.
Go home.
Okay.
I guess
know.
if the market's still open, I would stop by and see if there's any like discounted cheese.
Okay.
The market?
Yeah. If it's still open. I know like last session it was getting closer to close time, so.
Sure. Could you
Go with Miki, by the way.
Go with Miki? Okay. Could you just roll a perception check for me, please?
You betcha.
Thank you.
That's a 6.
6.
So perceptive.
Okay.
I mean, I would go with the party. So if he needs help seeing higher than 6 foot.
If you want to roll for perception, you can. Otherwise, if you want to give Miki advantage, you can do as well.
I'll give Miki advantage. I will
Okay.
support you.
Thank you. I feel supported.
You should.
I rolled another 6.
Okay.
Same dice.
Well, if you feel you're a bard, maybe you should be inspiring to yourself.
Yeah, I think. Can I inspire myself, please? Thank you.
I would say not now. No.
Okay. Thanks.
No. But I mean, again, I have your perception here, and see if there is anything with that. So we'll see.
I mean, you should have just done it.
No, I mean, I could have rolled a 6.
So you guys, you make your way to the market. Oz, are you coming with too?
Yes.
With the whole group? Okay. So you go to the market. Pretty much everyone's kind of packing up for the most part. You see some fruit vendors kind of packing away like apples and melons away. You see like some, there's only like baked goods that are kind of like stale. They're like leaving some on the side, like not planning on taking it with them because you wonder if they're like kind of spoiled or like they're just leaving it there. You do see an actual a tabaxi, and he's all gray, and he has like his whiskers are kind of curled to like seem very fancy, and has kind of white stripes along the arms and has kind of a lighter gray belly, and is pretty much wearing like a brown vest with some brown pants that match, pretty put together pretty well. And you see him loading some wheels of cheese back into what looks like to be a crate of some sort. Then there's like a wagon off to the side.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Can I buy some cheese, please?
I'm about to leave in just a couple minutes. Is it urgent? Otherwise, you can come to Maria if you want.
I mean, if you could, just a little hunk. I'll pay you for just a little hunk of cheese.
Yeah, all right. What cup of cheese are you looking for? We have the Gouda, the Swiss, the mozzarella. That's my favorite.
I don't really care what kind. I was just kind of wondering if you had any that was, starting to go bad or go, something that you couldn't sell soon. It's for some animals, so it's not for me.
Oh, you like the pets or the wildlife? A shelter for the animals when they need a home?
Just some of my livestock.
All right. And he's like gives you like inquisitive look, and he's like, okay, sure. Looking, he pulls out what seems to be. It kind of looks like cheddar, kind of like a sharp cheddar cheese, but then in the middle is kind of yellow. And it's a pretty big wheel of cheese. Looks like he doesn't sell a lot of it. He goes, this is the flaming cheddar. It is has a little bit of the sharpness of the cheddar, but also the spice. The peppers are inside the cheddar. If that is to your liking, I can probably give it at a discounted rate if that is what you're looking for.
Could I just have a little piece of it? I would like to try and see how spicy it is really quick.
Okay. I don't let anyone take examples of my cheese right away because they just eat the cheese and run away and it becomes tarnished. But
no, I assure you, like, look at my posse. We're not gonna, just take a bite and leave.
He looks at Craig and is like, oh.
Yeah, don't mind him. He's a big softie. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Sure. I have a knife if I cut the cheese for you.
Yes, please. Just a little piece.
Okay, I cut the cheese. Here's a little taste. There you go.
Oh, thank you. So I'll I'll break it. I'm gonna try to do this as sneaky as I can.
Sure.
But I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna take a little bit, and then I'm gonna just put my hand in my pocket, nonchalantly, where Slurpee is, and just
Sure.
kind of see if he likes it.
And did you eat it, or are you feeding it to Slurpee?
No, I ate it too.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Oh,
no.
Zymina's just looking on and worry, like, And then she kind of turns to scan the rest of the market.
That's a
There's like
13.
cafe.
13. Okay. It tastes pretty bad. Like it tastes pretty good at first. But then like you have like almost like fire indigestion, and just the taste is pretty moldy. You don't suffer any damage, but it's not the best for regular consumption.
Can I roll for Slurpee?
Sure.
Or do you want to tell me?
No, actually, let's. Do you have have the
no.
rat stat block on you?
No, but I could look it up.
That's okay. I can bring it up too.
Oh my god.
Rat stat.
Rat stat. No worries. Okay, I have his stats. Yeah, make a Constitution save for Slurpee.
Oh no.
Another 6.
That's a 14.
Okay. So he eats it and seems to like it. Has some fiery farts. Indigestion is like real. It stinks. It really stinks. He's doing okay. I mean, he's happy to eat the cheese. You know, Slurpee. He's very happy to eat it, but you can tell it took a little bit of time for him to realize, like, is this something good I should eat? But he liked it afterwards.
All right. Well, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to waste your time. I think I'll just take a small hunk of the whatever cheddar you have.
The flaming cheddar.
Not this flaming. Just like if you have like another cheddar or the mozzarella would do fine as well.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I said. I'm trying to get it back.
You're doing it. Keep
going.
going.
Okay.
You don't have to do it the entire time either.
No, we have to commit. This is what we do. So.
Commit.
So, this is why I said I don't do the flaming samples. The samples because people eat the cheese, and then they don't want it anymore, and then I'm stuck with bitten cheese, and I can't sell it. So as you can see how disappointed I am in the transaction, if we were to have one. But I don't know if I want to sell to you because you took the bite of the cheese and you won't have the cheese anymore.
I can't believe you as a cheese salesman don't do samples.
Well, you must see, sale.
Oscar?
This is the finest of cheeses that I make by hand. And I take a lot of pride in the work that I do. So
you expect your customers to just buy the cheese without trying it first?
But of course, they know the quality that I produce.
What about new customers?
Word of mouth. I'm sorry, but it looks like if there's not going to be... I know you said, and looks at Mickey like, I know you said you wanted cheese, but I'm disappointed
I'll
that...
buy the hot cheese.
I was actually going to ask Dan, with my... Just on a whim here, with my stirring stick, my thieves' tools, my rod.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me about your rod, Kimarie.
Yeah, what about your rod?
It's nice. Since I have like the ability to like put smell on and take smell off, is there any way that I could make the cheese non-stinky or non-spicy or somehow alter it? Prestidigitation.
So here's the thing. Yes, you can. With your stick, you can actually change the smell of the cheese. I will let you know from when you're tasting it, even though it may smell good, it can make you sick, even if it smells good.
Okay,
So
I didn't know if I could fully like make it clean, if it was just.
That would be Purify Food and Drink. Let me take a brief look, because this is a good opportunity to see if you have it.
I have it.
While you're doing that,
you don't.
Oh, well, that was
thank
quick.
you.
Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
So would I be able to roll a history check to maybe remember? Actually, no, I don't want to do that. 'Cause, I mean, it just kind of like does like crosses her arm and puts her hand on her head and looks up at Craig and just goes, "Well, I mean, you were the chef back at our old place. Wouldn't you be able to tell us where to get better quality cheese, especially one that isn't going to be poisonous?" And she kind of like looks down at the cheese wheel that Tabaxi has, after kind of like kind of just seeing like Miki's face on trying it. Like it just doesn't look good.
Oh, that's right, Craig. You have lots of connections. I don't know why I even stopped here.
This is true.
Well, I guess since he doesn't want our business, I guess we can just leave.
I do imagine we can find another place that has more word of mouth, since we haven't heard anything. But I mean, it just keeps looking at Craig expectantly, wondering if he has a place
I've
in
never heard
mind,
of this place before.
or any other places.
You see the Tabaxi turn and then slowly go back. Listen, I apologize for my behavior. It was very rude of me. It's been a long day. I sell a lot of cheese to lots of vendors in the area. I will be more than happy to give you a sample of one of my new finest cheeses and see if it is to your liking. Is that what you would like to do?
I would like to insight check if he's being
Yes.
honest. Like, I guess not
Go for
honest, but like if his intentions are good or if he's
Roll,
just
yeah.
salty.
Roll. Yeah. Go for it. This is why I love D&D. I never thought I would be a cheese vendor today. This is great.
Oh, come on.
I rolled an
You knew that
18.
last time.
You
Holy
rolled
cow.
an 18. Okay.
Yeah.
With your insight on this,
Oh boy.
he seems more cold. His intent is not pure. It seems premeditated.
Okay.
Capitalizing on something. Yeah, his intentions are not pure or authentic of him just giving you free cheese. There's definitely a malice or a type of catch to it that's not in your best interest.
She kind of just like stares him down as he's saying that, just holding the eye contact before like squinting her eyes and just staring deep into his soul. And just flatly saying to the party, I think we should probably go elsewhere for cheese. I don't think this vendor is up to our standards for our livestock. As she quotes Miki.
Yeah, I was saying I'm bored, so I think we should just go. Bye, mister.
Au revoir. And looks at you. Are you trying to intimidate him, Samina? Or just kind of keep eye level with him?
You know what? I do want to. Not as an intimidation to make him afraid, but to know that she knows that his intents are not good and that he shouldn't be trying to do this to them.
Sure. Roll intimidation, please.
Oz wants to step up, like, to stand behind, but next to Zymina.
Are you assisting me in my intimidation?
Moral support. And if it doesn't work, Oz is considering casting Eyes of the Reaper.
I figured.
Okay.
Well, I will say, I mean, you are in a dark area. You kind of are alone in the market with him. So, like, I think, I mean, in this situation, and Oz is helping you, you get advantage on this, Zymina, with your intimidation.
Perfect.
Man, this is a very similar situation.
Thank you so much, Oz, because I rolled a 1 and a 16. so thankfully that's better.
So, like, Zamina, when we're first kind of approaching this backseat, he really doesn't take you seriously. He just sees you as like you're just trying to like flaunt your way through, and he's just like whatever. But then when Oz steps back, especially with the black aesthetic that they have, along with the pale skin and how it goes, and then there's a little bit of a gold just coming out of the eye, not like Eyes of the Reaper, like you cast it, but like there's a stare there. And Oz, like you've gained, I would say, more confidence with your character, especially after the City of the Dead. So you're standing your ground and you're not afraid to do what you need to do, I would say. He shivers and is like, very well, he tries to run away. He drops the flaming cheese, and tries to hop in his wagon and get out of there. He stumbles and is terrified.
And then, as he's running away, she just watches him as he runs, and then looks down at the cheese, and then looks to Miki and goes, "Well, now you have free cheese to experiment with, unless." And then she kind of looks up at Crick, "Unless you think you can turn this into something non-poisonous."
That was my thought, but I'm not sure I want it now.
Well,
That's
let's
34
just take
cheese.
it back, see what happens.
Okay.
You know, maybe maybe that dragon guy can cure it. I don't know. I would hate to let a cheese go to waste like this.
Well, worst case scenario, you can always use it to poison your enemies. She then laughs like, oh, like as if she were kidding, before like turning around and looking at Crick. "Are you sure there isn't anywhere else Miki could get cheese? Or I guess we can wait until tomorrow."
Tomorrow's fine. I was just trying to get a good deal on some
Dan,
stuff. I didn't mean for it to turn into this whole big ordeal.
Dan, is there any place that I would know of that has better cheese than this joke of a Frenchman?
Sure.
Oh my God.
I would say, well, one thing, I guess to keep in mind now that he's gone is, who's to say if he was actually a cheese vendor to begin with? He could have just stolen cheese and pretended to sell things.
This is fair.
He's also, you do know that there are, like dairy guilds or like cheese guilds, that when you had the Yawning Portal, they would ship along with meats and other stuff too. So you are automatically going to get dairy, cheese, like all that stuff when your tavern is up and running. So that's you already paid it. That's not a problem. It's hard to say, right? Because again, like we don't know a lot about this guy's history. We don't know his name, but definitely his intentions weren't there, and that what he was selling, and like especially when Mickey tasted it, it wasn't really good. So you do know better cheese guilds and people that are authentic with what they sell, but this guy was not. Zymina, as you see the cheese, your necklace starts to glow a little bit, and you get a little bit of a vibration.
As I see the cheese wheel fall.
Yeah, you just kind of get like a pulse to it or something, and you kind of have it's like a sweet smell is emanating from it, but only you smell it.
Maybe I will take the cheese. I mean, it's a big wheel of cheese, isn't it? Like I am not gonna.
It's a big wheel of cheese, and it's pretty dirty because it hit the floor, and the center of it's kind of soft.
Was it not encased in wax? No.
No.
Why?
Not really.
That's weird.
It's I know.
It's absolutely decaying. Yep.
It's not best right now. But as you hold on to it, or like if are you touching it or holding on to it?
I mean, I did want to take it back, just
okay.
Out of game. Her internal thoughts are, wow, I could really actually poison people with this. This is dangerous.
I will say, your necklace starts to give off that aroma. And you look at the cheese, and it's not as decayed anymore. You actually know purified food and drink.
I know that of all things.
You do.
Wow, interesting.
It's a ritual, but it's one action.
The one who doesn't eat.
You don't know that. Don't talk about that.
And multiple.
I'm just kidding. You're
multiple.
right,
I'm saying like maybe more than one of you know this spell too. I'm just revealing
oh,
something of
okay.
another. So
Thank
you do
for
know.
finally letting me use a spell that I've always wanted to use.
I know.
But never had value.
I
in
know.
Over cheese, Mickey.
I'm giving you that free
Thank
spell
you.
too, just because.
Sweet.
I'm not. But yeah, it's purify food and drink. All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. It was poisonous.
That's the fiery part.
When you rolled that 6, Kimarie,
Oh no.
of like finding a good cheese vendor, it's
That makes sense. But
Oh, the 6
Yeah.
was for finding him. Okay, I got you.
Yep, exactly.
just out of curiosity, though, we are
Mhm.
in front of like a stall, right? Like, is it closed up, or was it just passing him in the street? Is that all that was?
No, you're inside the market right now. So like there were like all these like little booths and shops there, and he was packing up his, and then he was one of the last people there. And he had like
he left all his stuff and just ran.
No, he
just
took the
that
wagon.
cheese. He packed up for the
Okay.
most part, but he got out
Okay.
that cheese for you because you were asking. Yes.
Well, I would say once she like stands the cheese upright and notices that happening, she just kind of like clicks her tongue and like stands back and just goes, "Huh. Well, isn't that something?" And then she kind of like tries to pick it up to like show the party, like, "Well, I think it's going to be all right now if you want to take it home to feed the rats, Miki. I mean, I know how ravenous they can be when you don't feed them."
Yeah,
Revealing the now really fresh cheese.
like I was just trying to get a little piece for Slurpee because he's been dying for a piece of cheese. I did not expect it to like take this whole turn, and I'm super glad I have cheese for my rats, but this it's completely out of hand.
Well, it just wouldn't be Waterdeep if it didn't get out of hand, now would it? And she kind of like, would someone be willing to carry this? I don't think I can carry this entire cheese wheel, and I would look ridiculous with these heels and
I
this
will
dress
pick it up.
on this night. Thank you so much.
Don't get your suit too dirty, Craig.
Well, the cheese isn't melting, right? It's just clean, right?
It was on the ground. Oh no,
Well-
it's clean now. That's clean.
Yeah. Well, not poisonous at least.
Zymina, with your
Yeah.
passive perception, you see from your dark vision, you see a drow on top of the roof, just kind of like his hands together and just watching you, and only you see this.
Is it one of the drows that I'd be familiar with?
Most likely, in the garb that
I would
they're-
assume anyway.
Mhm.
Okay.
They're kind of
She
leaning
just-
against the chimney right now, just kind of like looking at this situation.
I would say like she wants them to know that she can actually see them this time, unlike the last
Mhm.
time where they were following her and she didn't recognize or
Mm-hmm.
notice it, and she
Mhm.
kind of just like offhandedly like. It's almost like she's readying to cast bonfire, where she gets a slight like that like red glow on her hand, just kind of like
Mhm.
spinning it around like this before
Mhm.
dismissing it to the side, just looking in his direction so he knows or they know that she noticed them.
So
But
you
then
were,
she
so,
kind of smiles and just like, "Mhm."
so you were you kind of like as like a rouge, just kind of showing him like a little bit of like red little flicker flames on your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
just being playful. I'm not
Okay.
trying to insinuate that I'm gonna cause harm. Just
Yeah.
like a like.
Yeah.
Did we see the
Oh.
flames?
Yes, did we see
Yes,
this?
you did. Yes. So you see the red flames
Yeah.
from Zymina's hand in the middle of the dark market.
Not a very bright, not a very wide flame, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
there.
The
Zymina-
drow looks and walks away. Like,
I think we
Goes
need to
away.
go home
Zymina,
because
we
I
need to have
think
words.
we need to have a conversation.
Zymina, we need to have words when we get home. Thank you. Let's go now.
okay.
Are you guys
guys
so worried?
you guys go to the high road. There are wagons there. I mean, it is the most
Mhm.
popular road. You do see Glarb again. He's kind of like going on the street as well. Otherwise, if you want to get a nice wagon, you can. There's Woober and also standard carriages as well that go for one dragon 5 shard. If you want to do that, sure.
I mean, most of us are strapped for cash, so.
Yeah, I wonder who could possibly get us a ride home.
Or we could just take a standard carriage.
Well, does Glarb have fare?
Discounts?
No, is he driving anybody, or can we flag Glarb down?
He's from what you understand, he's not like speeding or anything. He's just going down the high road right now. He's about a block north of you.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, if he wouldn't see us, then Oz is gonna wave. But if
I mean, unless if you like run up.
I will call for Glarb.
Big boom voice.
So what do you say, Craig?
I literally just yell Glarb.
And
Really
then
loud.
you see like your voice carries, dude. It
Wow.
definitely does. And Smorp stops, and then all of a sudden you see the aviator hat with like the 4 blue tendrils pop up, and it turns at you. Yo, Craig! Ah! Yo, what's up? Oh, almost got whiplash. That would have sucked. Yeah. Hold on. Smart. Yeah. And the horse does a complete U-turn, almost going on like one wheel, and it goes and stops and brakes harshly. What's up? Oh. It looks at you, Oz. Oh, you guys got a new friend. Awesome. Expanding social circles. Really cool. Yeah, I'm Glarb, by the way. G to the LARB, huh? Nice to meet you. Loving the outfit. Yeah, all of you look so fancy. Really sick.
thank you.
Yo. Yo. All right. Sounds familiar. I don't know why, but look great. All right. Yo, where do you want to go?
Glarb, can you please take us back to Troll Skull Manor, please?
Yeah, little guy. Sure. No worries. Let's go. All right.
Hey now, watch what you're saying with that little guy. I'm big and tough and strong.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to like cause any harm on you or anything.
I pat Miki on the head, and I'm like, "It's okay, little guy."
Oh.
Oh no.
We're having words when we get back home. We're having
Miki,
words.
Miki, there's some like it's weird. It's like you kind of like black out a bit, like you're angry, but it's just like no, I'm fine. No, and if everything's okay, it's fine. I don't know how I feel. Maybe I feel okay. I don't know. So kind of chaotic, jumbling messages in your head. You don't hear voices, but just like can't get your thoughts straight right now.
Okay.
Well, okay. Totally fine. Again, I apologize. Didn't want to, lose customers. You're totally great people. And it's a term of endearment. Hop in, and we'll go to where we need to go. You said, like, your house, right? The almost burned out run?
Yeah.
Like this.
How long does the confusion and swirling brain, how long does that last for?
Very brief. Probably a few seconds. Mm-hmm. It's more of like almost like a flight or fight response in a sense.
Cool, super fun.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah, you didn't really have that before, but now it's just like I'm getting sick of being talked to like that, and just. But you again, you like your friends and you like Craig. It's more of like when Glarb mentioned it at first that kind of threw you off.
That sparked it. Yep, I got you.
Yeah, yep. All right, hop in. Let's go. So, how was the show?
Pretty good.
I mean, how was it, DM? You just said it was the Giants' play.
It was a really good opera, he said.
Yeah, it rolled it.
That was it?
It was, yeah, basically, what you saw there was some violence, some fake sword fighting. You also saw what seemed to be a tall giant woman. A nice, long, yellow, tan dress. Seems like she's singing a mourning of the person that died. Again, none of you speak giant. You really don't know what's happening. From what you gather, seemed to be a conflict of 2 men, and then a woman probably were fighting over, and then the one that died, the woman seemed to be crying and giving a heartfelt welcome. Yeah, that was pretty much the presence of it.
I mean, it had
your,
its moment.
Your typical opera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very old school.
I don't speak giant, but when that guy died, I really had the waterworks going for me. I was very sad.
Wait, somebody died?
Yeah, didn't you see that guy fall over?
Oh, that's what happened. I may have
But
zoned
But I'm
out there
tough,
for a
so
little
you
bit.
didn't notice because I'm so tough. It was just a one single tier, of course.
Oh, is that what waterworks are for you?
Yes, one tier.
Okay.
You guys notice the ride is not as chaotic as normally, as he's actually kind of taking a nice stroll back to the house. And he's not as talkative as he normally is.
Out of game, I think he feels bad.
Yes. Oh, glad you had a good time at the show. Very nice. Yeah, well, it's good to get cultured and like see art out there because there's a lot of offered here in the city. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we should go see it if there's more shows.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right. Looks like we're almost here. All right. No, it's really good to see all of you. And you, nice to meet you again. No, hope you all have a great day. It's on the house.
Thanks,
Oh,
Glarb.
Larb again? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Totally fine. You're my last ride of the day, and I'm gonna go back to my place and relax and get some sleep because it's been a long day. So no worries.
As we all get out,
Mhm.
I want to turn around, cast disguise self on me, and turn into Glarb, and then turn around and be like, "Hey, Glarb, what's up?
Oh my!
Look at me!
Look at you!
Yeah, bro!
Oh my God, that's trippy!
Isn't it so cool? Yeah, I just learned this really cool trick, and I was like,
What's the trick? Oh, this?
yeah, I'm like, I look like you!
Oh my God, you look like me. Let me
Yeah.
try. Oh, I can't look like you.
You already look like you,
But
bro!
I look like me. Oh.
Oh my god. Does that mean it just looks on between the two of them and like looks at Miki, who is now a Glarb, and just goes, wow, we just have so many things to talk about today. And then she turns and just walks inside and like starts heading up to her room.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't.
No.
That's why
telling
the
the
shock.
lie. Yeah.
She's like, nope, we're gonna just keep going.
I just, bro, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like, I'm a little, people don't treat me, like, because of my height and like how I look, so like, I didn't mean to make you sad or anything, so I thought I would put on this and cheer you up. Cha.
Oh my. That impression's pretty spot on.
I
Gotta
know,
say.
right?
Pretty cool. I mean, like, I'll tell you what, like, well, let's bring it in together. Let's hug it out.
Yeah,
Let's
for
hug
sure,
it
bro.
out.
For sure.
And like, again, free of charge. And like, maybe next time we can like, I don't like play games together because like I kind of do want to play with myself sometime. That would be really fun.
It'd be super funny, bro. I
Yeah.
would love to play a game with you for sure.
Definitely. Like, well, thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone. Get some rest.
Hope your night is fantastic.
You know, that's kind of creepy, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, try not to like use my likeness in any negative way because that would really be bad for me.
Oh, when I
Identity
do
theft
that
is not
to
a
you, you're my bro.
Thanks, bro. All right, see ya.
Yeah, peace.
What was that
Oh
thing?
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't mark that off your spell list, your spell for the day. Yeah, you guys are back into
Time.
back into Troll Skull Manor. You see that Tally is not there. So they stopped renovations. The floors are completely taken care of. The doors look brand new. And like they were starting to work on the floorboards as well on the first floor when you guys were gone too. So it actually does look nicer. Still work in progress, but you can definitely see the growth that he's putting into it. So it's really nice. So anything else you want to do before you go to bed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have some words.
Okay.
You better catch me. I was running while you guys were distracted. I'm
Let me sip
upstairs.
my water. Go ahead.
After I come back in, I will stop the spell and change back into Miki.
Sure. And I'll last for an hour, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I stopped it early.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be Glarb anymore because I will. My throat will be ruined. So,
Okay.
as you know, Dan.
Yes.
That insinuates a lot. That was really bad.
So horrible. Anyways,
anyways.
Oz is gonna make sure the door is locked after being sure that nobody else is here.
Sure.
And turn to Zymina. Do you care to explain to us why a Fern's Brews got burnt down apparently with red flames, and that very same day you happened to be playing with flames in your hand?
Same day. When have you seen me play with fire, other than just a moment ago?
Exactly.
But it wasn't the same day.
The fire was done
yesterday.
Yesterday, the day before.
Was it?
Mhm. Yeah, it's not the same day. They
Was it
discovered.
not?
No, it's
Yeah,
the same day.
Was it?
That happened when Oz went to the
No,
City
you're
of the
right. It
Dead.
is-
In
Yeah,
the
it was.
early-
It was the same
in the
day.
early
Yeah,
morning.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
There was so much that happened, because then you
True
went to
that.
City of the Dead, you went to the fire, and then that's when you did the fire. Because
I guess I just
had the
assumed-
yeah.
But I forgot that was earlier in the
It was
morning.
same day.
Yeah, you're
It was
right.
same day. Yeah.
All good. All good.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the same color as the fire on Fru's Brews. So I really hope you didn't have anything to do with that, Zymina.
I mean, isn't all fire red?
No.
Normally it's yellow or orange.
But only the hottest fire burns red. I mean, magma.
The hottest fire burns blue.
Correct.
Okay, and which one of you has seen blue fire?
History check? DM?
I mean, a
Um,
campfire. We built a campfire. I'm sure.
Misdirection.
Not-
Oz
Blue.
has definitely seen blue flames, because when you turned into the stars the first time, there were 3 blue flames.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
from Craig's cooking, I would say that there were some blue flames that were used too. And I think from Miki too. 'cause with
Miki's
hot dogs.
sets drinks on fire.
Yep. So all of you are
Yeah.
very familiar with that.
Yeah. That was a nice try.
Warrior.
Fine. I mean, she's just going to continue to either lie or divert it, unless, like, you know, not like if, but like if we're making checks and she fails her deception, she'd probably come clean. But she's definitely just like feigning ignorance at this point. Just like it's all a big coincidence to her. She's
Okay.
very aloof, like, oh,
I guess if the 3 of you, as Craig or Miki, want to insight Zymina in what she's saying, like generally, go for it. And if if you want to do a deception check,
yeah.
and then this will kind of help explain, kind of like put the nail in the coffin to see like if Zymina is being truthful or not.
There
Yep.
you go.
I'll do the inside check.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be wary, but I'm gonna trust what Zymina says.
Okay.
Oh.
And I would like Zymina's check first, just so I can calculate things. Perfect.
16.
Okay, plus deception. Okay. All right, Craig.
Nat 1.
No,
What
not the
about
nat
you,
one.
Oz?
It was a 5.
5. You know, Zymina seems really honest. I mean, especially Craig. I mean, you've known Zymina for so long, and she's never did you wrong. Like, let alone try to kill people. You know, it's pretty crazy. And Miki, I mean, you chose basically. Trust. And then Oz. I mean, yeah. I mean, the logic brain. It kind of makes sense because red flames, right, mixed with the red fire. But maybe there's other sources of red flames. I mean, if it is magical, for essence, like maybe there's someone else that can cast red flames as well. And Fern probably has a lot of enemies, with his personality. So, from what you guys can tell, Zymina's being truthful for the most part.
There was no way that Zymina was involved.
I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't either.
I mean, it
I
just
don't-
kind of like, she just like, I mean, I don't really know why you guys are worried about it. I mean, I did overhear that Froon owed some money to whoever helped him open up the tavern, so who knows, maybe it could have been involved with another guild. There's nothing but guild wars around here. And I'm still waiting for Guild Wars 2 and 3.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm not saying that I'd be upset if somehow you are the one that burnt down Fru's Brews, because let's be honest, that guy was an asshole. I just
Yeah, I was.
it's a little close to home, and I'd like to think that we would be able to talk to each other if we're doing big stuff, I suppose.
Sketchy stuff.
Sketchy stuff.
Well, I mean, we already did murder some Kenku and trudge through the sewers and all that, so I think we've already touched on the sketchy stuff, but
Yes,
I do know
but
what you mean, and trust
that
me,
time
if,
we were all together.
I don't think that makes it better. I just think that incriminates us more. So if we're going to do anything sketchy, I think we should do it on oneself so it doesn't condemn us all. But I will be sure to talk to you about anything like this if it ever happens at all. But just trust that we all have our reasons to do the things we need to do to make it in this town now that we are no longer the yawning portal. And
Yeah.
I want to protect my livelihood as much as I can.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be keeping a low profile, so hopefully none of us are doing anything to get us into trouble or cause a scene.
Oh, you mean like using our
Well-
real names at any chance we can?
What's up, Craig?
Well, I guess in the interest of full disclosure, I can't really tell you how I got this money, but because of it, I have an offer from Xanathar's guild,
Zentarum.
I will say
Okay.
or
Zentarum.
Zentarum.
You were
Sorry.
thinking, I can tell, I gotcha.
It sounds the same.
Zentarum. Yep, one's a Z,
So
one's an
many
X.
Z names,
Yeah.
just sounding Z names.
Sorry.
Yes, Zymina. Yeah,
Too many.
Zai Zai.
Zai.
Zymina
So-
actually looks like genuinely surprised. Wow. The Zentorum, Craig, huh? Well, that... I don't know if that's something you definitely want to be involved in, but they do have a lot of connections.
Yeah.
You should
Craig.
sleep on it. Sleep on it.
So I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the Doom Raiders that I have for you, because Davil was talking about how he's part of the Doom Raiders, and I figure he would give you this information when he was trying to recruit you, so that way you have some more information about yourself. Okay, so the Doom Raiders do consider themselves the true Zentarum of Waterdeep. So Davil is the leader of the group.
Hmm.
Okay. He basically he explains that the Zentarum is an organization that trades mercenaries and goods for profit, and definitely wants to try to have more political influence in the city within means. He explains that. Now, I'm going to actually see here if he divulges this. He doesn't, but I want to make sure if he did or not. He is in his own faction with the Doom Raiders, basically, and then there's the other Zentarum that's causing all the violence within the city. So he is away from that, and their leader, which he's not going to say who that is. He explains also that with benefits, If you do choose to join them, he says he can arrange meetings with influential nobles and members of city guilds. If you need that political nudge. And that's pretty much what he says for now. And he also talked about the potion discounts as well in the last episode or so he did. So, but that's all he gave right now with that.
All right.
Yep.
And whether you want to share that with us is fine. Like whatever you've just said now or before is fine. But if you want to add to that, let our characters know. Otherwise, you don't have to.
For
just saying.
For right now, I just share the specifics of the task they gave me.
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling like, regardless of whether I would choose to join the Zentarum or the Doom Raiders specifically, it might be a good idea to look into what's going on in the dock ward.
You know, that is a good point. And actually, with the guild that was interested in me, I did accomplish my first task they had given me, and I also need to drop that off in the dock ward. So maybe in the morning we can head over there and try to do 2 birds, 1 stone.
Definitely.
I'm down for a trip.
All right. So, you guys pretty much reveal all that information. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do before the night ends?
No.
No?
I will give my rats a piece of cheese.
Okay.
All right. They all
welcome.
get together with their little napkins and forks and knives. No, you cut the cheese, and you give them all Bruno, Stella, Slurpee, Winky,
Toby Keith McGuire.
Toby Keith McGuire. I think there's one more.
No,
Winky.
he's not with us.
Winky.
Oh yeah, Winky. You're right.
Yeah.
Winky.
Yeah. So they get all together and they just circle around you and nuzzle you and are so grateful, and they eat cheese, and they're very, very happy. And if rats could say thank you to you, they would definitely do that. By the way,
I feel like they would nuzzle me, and I would like pet them and then tickle them because rats are ticklish. Fun fact of the day.
Oh, okay. Fun.
yeah, they're really enjoying their time with you, and they look very happy, especially in that attic space that you have for them.
Yeah, nice and dry and cozy and warm, and they're just living life. Dennis, why are you looking like that? You didn't know rats were ticklish? I have a ton of rat facts.
Oh well, we can't wait to get to those.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Zymina.
You're so welcome. Oh.
All right. So, all of you guys get your spells back, your abilities back. You have a long rest. You got your health full back, and it's a brand new start to the day. With that being said, you hear aggressive knocking at your door.
Not
Like
aggressive.
at 8:30 in the morning.
I guess Oz will go down because I think they're on the lowest floor compared to everybody else.
Okay.
Oz will go down and answer the door.
Sounds good. So you enter the door, and you see a young dwarven male, with a nice trim beard, wearing City Watch garb on them.
Okay.
And they talk to you.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Hi, good morning. We wanted to ask the neighbors about the fire that happened yesterday. If you knew anything, if you had any information, we're going to ask them questions. Are you the only one in this building?
Sorry. I was trying. Kimarie was saying something, and I was like, should I lie?
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, no.
I'm not. This is
Do whatever you think Oz would
This is
do.
what Oz would do.
No, my
You okay?
partners, siblings. I don't know. I was thinking like partners for
Family?
work. My family. There's more people here. Let me go wake them up. It's still a little early. We're kind of sleeping in. Um, please,
Can I come in?
yes, please do.
And he walks in and
Tyler. Yes, thank you.
he's saying like he acknowledges that the tavern is not up to par with a lot of things, but he's making himself comfortable. He's sitting down on one of the bar stools and just looking around a little bit, noticing things.
Yeah, Oz will go up and knock on Simena and Craig's doors. Be like, hey, there's someone from the city watch here who wants to ask some questions. Can you guys get Miki and come downstairs?
Sure. I'll just get ready first. And she'll just put on her normal, I guess, traveling clothes. Plus,
Sure.
like the armor and stuff, since they're getting ready to go out to the dockward, which, is dangerous. So why not go prepared? So I would say she has all of her equipment on and ready to go. So, but she'll go up and knock on Miki's door.
What?
See if they're up. I have to sneeze.
So you sneeze right outside Miki's door.
I'm
Bless
allergic.
you.
Rat fact number 2, I'm allergic to rats.
No, you're not.
There's a man from the city guard asking questions about the unfortunate fire that happened just mere block away. So I suppose we should go downstairs and answer any questions he might have.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, see you downstairs. She goes down, just kind of like being as casual and just nonchalant and aloof as normal as possible.
Hello. Hi there.
Hello.
Hey. Is this it? Maybe is there a couple more
did
people?
Craig wake up?
I come out kind of
Stretching. I can't hear you.
very freshly woken up, trying to gather my
Faculties.
bearings, and I'm just like I have like a cigar, half smoking cigar sticking out of my mouth. Just like, oh.
Yeah.
Nothing like the first smoke of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will be downstairs looking fresh as a daisy.
Fantastic. You feel a spring in your step, just kind of get downstairs.
Oh yeah, I hopped
Yeah.
down the stairs.
I was like got half dressed, so like their button up is half tucked and they're barefoot and their hair is still a little disheveled because they did not expect to have to go answer the door.
I mean, if anything, it probably adds to your attractiveness based on the description.
I
I
will say this, Honest. Your hair doesn't move a lot. The other qualities that move a lot. It's pretty much the same.
Okay. So he sleeps
like,
in his clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
It's
Oz looks
weird,
impeccable per usual.
Yeah.
per usual. Okay, calm down.
I want to whisper to Oz as I'm coming down and like sitting next to them, like, damn, how do you always look so good?
Practice.
Isn't that the truth? And Simena kind of like slides behind the bar and just says, "You'll have to excuse our morning banter. Would anyone like some cheese while we're discussing the events of the unfortunate fire?"
I'm mostly here to ask questions. If you want to bring it out, that's fine. I may not be hungry.
Oh, well, I mean,
We
we're
have
not open
coffee.
yet, but we would love to offer you something as a way to invite you back in the future when you're not working. She kind of just gives them a really light smile as if ready to cut the cheese.
Coffee would be great, if you don't mind.
She thinks if she knows how to even do that, and she kind of looks at Craig like, "Do I look like the shit?" No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm just gonna get to it. Do you guys know an emic fruit?
We did know him, yes.
Just as an acquaintance, we met him once.
Okay. Oh, when did you meet him?
Yesterday or 2 days ago, right?
Okay. All right.
She's slicing cheese and handing out plates to everyone. Still sets out a small piece for the man.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name, sir.
Oh. I'm Cadrix.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Cadrix.
Nice to meet you. So how was your conversation with him? Did he seem normal? How was it?
I mean, we don't really know him well enough to understand what his normal is, but I don't know. I just got the feeling that he was just trying to be rude to us because we moved in here, and while we're not a normal family, we felt very judged.
Okay. Are you familiar with the fire that happened last night?
I did see some of the smoke coming from the building while I was on the other side of the street.
Okay. Do you know who may have caused the fire? Or what may have caused the fire?
Not a clue.
She just kind of shakes her head and kind of like puts her finger on her chin and looks up like thoughtfully as if she's really trying to think about it. And then looks at him and just goes, "No, it was such a strange thing in the middle of the day."
I'm going to need you to make a deception check, so please.
Oh God.
Oz
Is this going to
brings
be
out
a low
cups
roll?
of coffee.
I need to use in-person dice because today that's 4 nat ones. Not in a row, but just like of the ones I've rolled, that is a nat 1. Very unfortunate.
Hey.
Fuck these virtual dice.
So he like stops and judges you a bit more and looks at you.
Judges me a bit more. He was already.
Yeah. He was judging all of you guys. He does not take any cheese. He holds the coffee. What is your name?
Sai.
Sai.
Hmm?
It would not be wise to lie to the City Watch, especially when there have been deaths in the area. I'm going to give you another chance to be truthful to me, and if you say the same thing as did before, you're going to be arrested. Do we understand?
Of course. And I just want to point out that I'm not trying to lie. I've just heard the speculations that the city guard thinks it was the fire genasi down at the blacksmith, and I think that's racial profiling. That was my worry, is you guys would assume it was still him, of all people.
Mickey, you want to say something?
Yes,
He's
please.
not acknowledging you, by the way, but you can definitely say something if you want.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk. I just want to tell you what I want to do.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
So I have, as always, I have Bruno, Stella, and Slurpee on me.
Yep.
And I am going to discreetly and stealthily get them out of my pockets and try to get them to cause a ruckus on the City Watchman to try to distract him from the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sure. Okay, so I guess, are you trying to do like what we normally do in combat and like stun him, or what's your intent with this?
I don't want to necessarily stun him. I want to just get him to the point of where he's like, "Oh my gosh, there's rats," and he gets totally like thrown off, so he's not pinpointing Zymina right now. Kind of like a distraction
or
okay.
Change of direction.
Diversion.
So out of game, here's what I'm going to do, because Zymina rolled a nat 1.
right?
Sure
which
did.
is very, very bad.
I know.
So
Lying
unlucky.
to this about a very serious crime
I know.
in the city. I will still get, as mentioned before, at the beginning of this campaign, I still want to have things tried out. You can still roll. I'll let you roll an animal handling check, but it's going to be a very high DC if you're going to try to break this and have him be distracted. Just let me know.
I'm gonna try.
Go for it. Okay.
Come on, Miki. No, not thoughts and prayers. Oh no.
Do you need me to blow on him?
Come on.
16.
Cadrix continues to focus on you, Zymina.
Mhm.
And he winces a bit and feels something go up his pant leg.
Oh my god.
And then the other pant leg. He's like, oh, what's this? Like, he's going around, like, get off. And he's trying to shake off, and he, like, tumbles over a bit. He, like, skittering around, like, what kind of establishment is this?
We just took ownership the other day. Place is still being worked on. We apologize profusely.
Get them off me. And he's, like, still trying to fight them off, and he's, like, shaking them off. He's looking kind of he looks like
Looks pretty silly.
He looks very silly. Looks very embarrassed. You see another city watchman kind of peek through and notice he's going around, and then this other city watchman, this slender young man, says, What's going on? Oh, these damn rats are all over my legs. And he's like, okay. Hi. You heard about the fire and everything. Cadrix, how are you? Take over. I have to go. This is... He got a nat 1.
Oh no.
So it balances out. So we're gonna do this again.
Oh my god, not
with
again.
This new person. Because he needs this information. So we're back to square one.
Oh no.
Justin!
Listen, I can't control the dice.
He still knows. Cadrix still knows that you lied to him.
Right.
But
I still said what I said about them
I
racially
know.
profiling the fire genasi as a comment.
I know.
After that. So that's a follow-up. I'll still stick with that.
So that's going to be its own thing that I'm going to deal with on my end. Now we're back to this. He looks like he's late teens, early 20s, light-skinned human male, very profound Adam's apple showing, just a few hairs on the chin. He's like,
how can I help you, Constable?
Oh, thank you. We were asking about the fires. Did you know Emek Froon? You heard of them?
We are acquaintances. We just recently moved into the area.
Okay.
Once.
I apologize if these are repeating questions. We just want to make sure we have it written down because Cadrix he's been... This is his second strike, so we're like trying to make sure he's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah.
So, Emek...
No, I was just gonna ask, with the rats, once he ran out, are your rats still like on him, or have they like retreated to like another safe space away from him? Like they're no longer in the bar area.
Are you asking Miki? Okay.
You're asking
out
me?
of game. Yeah, out of game. Like, what would your rats be doing after they chased him out basically by being inside of his pants?
I would say, if things are what this other guy is saying, is there any other city watch outside, Dan?
You're inside. I mean, you have to go outside and take a look.
I would say once he went outside and kind of was just kind of hysterical, that would be their sign to come back in like through the back door, through. They know the holes in the area, the holes of the place, so they can.
Are they familiar with the holes already?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
When your rats come back, Cadrix attempts to come back in, and you see the one gentleman put his hand up and says, "You're gonna wait in the wagon. Okay, we can't have you embarrass the City Watch's name like this." Yeah, but second strike. It's fine. And he goes, he leaves. Okay. We don't want to take too much of your time. We just have to do these routine things. And McFroon, you know him. How was your interaction with him? How long have you known him?
Go ahead.
I mean, the one time we met him, we don't really know him that well. He seemed kind of brusque, a little mean, but we kind of just left that interaction to what it was.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of adds up. Okay. You guys heard about the fire that happened? You saw it. Do any of you know who caused it? Any clues whatsoever? Anyone?
Nope. No idea.
No. How about you, Miss? Looks at you, Zymina. Okay.
No.
Roll a deception check. Okay.
I was gonna
Go
say
for it.
no, but I mean I still will because it's
Yeah, but I want you to roll it out. Go for it.
Right. But I was gonna say she was gonna say no, but that man was racially profiling the blacksmith just because he's a fire genasi. So this whole situation makes me feel entirely uncomfortable.
Roll with advantage on that. Because you're using, you said now, are you specifically saying Cadrix did that?
I would
or
say
just
Cadrix. Yeah, I did forget the name for a brief moment, so I would have said Cadrix.
Okay.
So, and then she kind of follows up. And not only did he,
Because
bring the
you're
rat here-
capitalizing on his bad
Strikes.
record with the strikes. So you're capitalizing that and using that to your advantage to prove your point. So that's why I'm giving you advantage on this game, on this deception.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me turn up my light so I can see this. Okay, that one's a 14. That one is an 18. Wow, okay, I'm gonna use real dice from now on.
Use real freaking
Yeah.
dice, Justin.
For real.
I swear to God, I cannot save your ass all the time.
So
It's a joint effort. We're a family.
So the Mr. Watch guy goes, okay, well, please let us know if you know anything, just because I'm sure you know with the city, with arson, the penalty is death or hard labor for up to a year. And with fines or damages covering the cost of repairs up to 2,000 dragon. That's what happens when there's arson. So it's a very serious offense. It should not be taken lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Game, he didn't mention that Emmerich was dead. He just mentioned if we knew him and that there was a fire, right? Neither of them mentioned that he was dead.
No.
So she's gonna. Let me look at my notes because I forgot what you had told me about his character, but I know you said we would have. Well, actually, that was out of game, so I guess I wouldn't know unless would I make a history check to see if he I said it in game earlier, so maybe that should be omitted. But him owing money, I don't know if I would have actually found that out.
I think he said that. He said that in game because he was paying the were-rats to cause problems for you guys. So he said he got a loan from the Zentarum.
There we go.
Yes.
I don't. He mentioned someone specific though. Someone specific.
Istridhorn.
Which.
Or Istridhorn, yeah.
Now that I remember that, I might actually know the other member or the leader of the bad Zentarum. So, or badder, I guess. Maybe she would maybe hold on to that as a possible if, unless
I would say you don't know that.
Okay. I mean, with what my theory is with what Craig had told her about his experience with the Zentarum with DeVille, not specifically DeVille, but whatever. No, I'll just leave it. But she'll casually mention that she did hear on the streets before the fire, the day that they met him, not the day of the fire, that he might have owed money to someone in the Zentarum, which she further elaborates, going, Gosh, you don't think it has anything to do with the recent skirmishes, do you? Playing into it, you know?
Yeah, no, especially with your you rolled 18 on deception. Yeah. He's like, when you just heard this on the street.
It did. It wasn't a very busy morning, but I just overheard a couple people outside the tavern talking about it, or pub. I don't actually know what he called it.
And are you giving the name?
I won't give the name. I'll just mention Zentarum to be as vague as possible.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you. Okay, that's all we need for now. This has actually been helpful. Thank you. I'm sorry about earlier.
It's okay. As long as he doesn't bring any more rats into our establishment, I think we'll get off on the right foot if you ever want to come back on an off shift and join us when we're open. And she gives him a smile.
I make really good drinks.
We also have cheese if you'd like.
A little party gift.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit. Oh, that's pretty good.
It is.
It's a little hot. I didn't expect it, but it's not bad. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll have more variety in the days to come, so please stop in when we're open.
Okay, thank you. And he walks off. He never gave his name, just like he never did. But
he's true, he didn't.
Yeah, but he's just walking off. Yeah, that was interesting. So, yeah, so that happened. In case if anything, yeah.
How does that make her look in front of the party after like the lying the night before, and then like him being suspicious of her in that moment?
I mean, it's hard. I'm gonna let that up to the other players to make that decision because the City Watch, and I'm sure you guys know, like you guys are kind of having your doubts about the City Watch on a few things about how they handle their authority and their business, especially when it came to the Zentarum situation and Renair getting kidnapped, and they didn't help him. So we kind of already at a crossroads with them. Yeah, Miki.
I would just like to say that Miki took what Ximena was saying and her reactions to the grilling as I wasn't taking it as I knew Ximena was lying. I took it as like the City Watch aren't good guys. They're putting Ximena under the spotlight. I wanted to get the spotlight off of them.
You're so precious.
No,
you're so precious.
Stop it.
Is that the assumption I would come to, having rolled that nat 1 before?
I mean, I want to give you creative. I want to give you creative freedom on this, but most likely on that roll, you really are loyal to Ximena and the rest of your group, and you really value them and don't think they would lie to you about something that severe.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
How hard is it going to break me if I do find out the truth, though?
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
Like rock.
I mean, there would be some anger in there, definitely, but
like she absolutely has her reasons for not being honest with the party, and it's not because she doesn't trust you. But you won't know that.
It adds some flair.
And you won't actually know until the truth comes out. But maybe Oz being kind of suspicious at first and noticing it, and maybe Oz is in a different headspace with it. You don't know.
Yeah. Oz, did you want to say anything? I know that a lot happened too.
I mean, in regards to whether they're suspicious of Ximena or what? Or just anything?
I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk to in case you wanted to say anything.
No.
Okay. Cool. As you progress through the day, you actually hear another knock quickly on your door. It is Rashal, the page turner. He is bringing your spellbook bags. Hello, good morning. Hello. Here is your book bag. Thank you so much for allowing me to borrow it. There's a lot of interesting, spells in there. It's a great time. I hope. Oh, look at this place. It's definitely getting tip-top shape. Fantastic. Just wanted to say good day to you. I'm sure you have a busy day, but wanted to give this to you, and I hope you have a great day. Yes.
Thanks, Rashal.
My pleasure. Be safe. I saw the City Watch have been asking about the flames, the fire. Poor thing happened to Prue, and I heard he is no longer with us. Quite tragic. But we have to grow from what happens. So, yes.
Oh, he's dead. That's
yes.
not good.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if you didn't know.
Well,
yes. We just knew there was a fire.
Yeah, the city watch didn't mention anything like that.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't say something.
It's okay. It's okay.
Michelle.
We're friends. We're friends and neighbors. We
yes,
share.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Yeah. He was burned alive. Oh, I shouldn't smile. He was burned alive
Mm.
in the room.
What a way to go.
Yes, very tragic. I have to go back to my shop, so I'm afraid no one takes anything because arson could happen and so is robbery. So, but be careful. Goodbye. Have a pleasant day.
You too. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye.
As he leaves, like, I mean, it just looks over and just goes, now, how did he know that happened specifically? That's interesting.
Somebody knows something around here. I
Isn't
feel
his
like he
shop-
may be a little bit of a gossiper.
Doesn't his shop
Hmm.
like butt up against where Ferns
Yes.
Brews was?
Yes. That's right.
Right next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure everyone is speculating. I'm sure we might hear rumors now while we're outside, but
Yeah. And who
you know-
knows? The truth gets twisted really quickly in scenarios like this.
Also, the door kind of peeks open. He knocks and Tally, a couple with his other people, come in and resume renovations. Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Hello.
Good morning.
Coffee?
Good morning.
Cheese?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Thank you so much. We haven't had breakfast yet.
Yeah, we definitely have a whole wheel that's available. It's gonna go bad
Yeah.
in a couple days, so please help
Yeah.
yourselves.
Careful, it's a touch spicy.
Oh, Jebediah here likes cheese. Like, I sure do like some cheese. It's my favorite.
Wow.
He's very excited. Okay,
Thank you so
Jebediah.
much for all the work you've been doing. It looks great
of
so
course.
far.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Hopefully in maybe like 4 or 5 days we can get you up and running.
Out of game, did they dig that hole in the basement for us yet?
They did not. They were working on the floor.
Oh, hey,
You can-
Jebediah, hey, can you make
Yeah.
sure to dig that hole in the basement for us today, please?
Oh, sure. I can do that.
Wait, hold on. Out of game, where's the guy? Where's
He's still in the barrel.
Liv?
Yeah.
Lift
He's still in the
skeleton
barrel?
is still, and you put him back in the barrel.
Is the barrel covered?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
would
the
say you
barrel is
did.
covered.
Okay.
You know,
You did.
Okay, so
I don't think
I
you
just-
guys ever told Zymina about that. She did see the
You were
the
there.
skeleton, but she didn't know
Yeah.
you stuffed it back in there or gonna bury it.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you could dig that hole for us today, that would be great.
Or just straight down, or you're looking to do like a tunnel, or what are you thinking?
No, just just a hole, that would
6 feet.
that's a very specific height there.
Oh.
I would just say, whatever would fit a body, something silly like that.
He looks at you and it's a look. He's pretty uncomfortable, especially with the fire that happened and this. It's pretty close together, and he's like,
Jebediah,
okay.
Guys,
they don't know. how
stop
to
it. You're
joke very
freaking them
well.
out.
Oh,
She's
sorry.
just joking. We have a contraption we're putting in the basement. It's for cooking. So we just need the hole dug. It's
Oh,
6 feet
okay.
deep,
Sure. Oh, okay. That makes
Thank
a
you.
lot more sense. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I
Gives
think-
you a side eye, Mickey. Yeah,
Right.
Davina.
She just kind of like adds to what Craig is saying. She doesn't say Craig's name. She goes, well, I think what he's referring to, what did you call it? I think you called it a smoker for your meat, and we need it big enough to fit cow-sized beef. So
yes.
that was the joke that they had so
That
poorly
makes
made.
sense.
A
So sorry for the
body, get
confusion.
it? Definitely not a human body or anything like that. Definitely animal products.
I'm gonna get to work. Okay. He's
Let me
like,
just look.
he looks at you, Mickey, like, okay. Okay, I'll start down there and we'll work our way up. Come on, Jebediah. And he has like mouthful of cheese. Okay, I'm
Thank you
coming.
so much.
Yeah, no worries.
I think
Thank
we
you.
should
I
we
looked
should
for-
probably get going.
I'm sorry, Justin.
No, go ahead.
I look at Miki. I'm just like, be cool, bro.
Oh, come on. It was just a little joke.
Yeah, so he's working in the tavern. You still have your quest, Imina, if you wanted to do that. Craig has his quest as well, and then later on in the night, Oz, you have your City of the Dead.
Well, I think we could
Um,
head down to the dock ward and maybe, like I said yesterday, just kind of two birds, one stone, and they're going to be working on the tavern all day, so might as well kind of work on this for now, and I suppose.
Sounds
Dan,
good.
Dan,
Mhm.
would Oz have time to go see Vajra before going to the City of the Dead?
I would say yes. It's pretty early in the morning
I think
if you wanted to do
I
that.
think Oz would do that.
Sure, no worries.
Instead of
So
going with us to the dock ward, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
just to clarify, yeah.
sure, no worries. So you guys, so you're heading your own separate ways. So the three of you are going to accompany. Well, you're going to do the dock ward quest, and then you are doing Vajra's little expedition thing, Oz. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she gave them any information yet, so he was just gonna go get the information, I guess.
Okay, sure thing. So, let's do Justin's quest first. Let's do that. So, you guys, you're planning on going to Dockward to the street. So again, the crossroads is, I think you had that up already.
Mhm.
Oz, sorry, Cal, right? Yep. Dock Street and Net Street. So yeah. If you want to get a carriage, you can definitely do that. You don't see Glarb anywhere though.
Okay. Yeah, I would say we would just try to find a cheap one just to get us down there, since
Sure.
we'd and then kind of like paying attention once we get down there to see if we hear any rumors about something pertaining to Craig's Craig's quest. Craig's quest.
There you go.
There you go.
There we
The
go.
wheel princess.
Yeah, Quig's
Ooh,
Oh
quest.
no, quick quest.
Great quest. Yeah. So,
So
you do
yeah.
find I would say a standard wagon.
Mhm.
Just for time's sake, we get to it. It costs you a dragon and 5 shard
Okay.
for that. And you get to it. It's again, Dockward isn't the safest neighborhood, but you just get to see. But again, it's daytime, so it's not as bad as when you guys were here at night. It
Yeah.
just smells like fish. There's seagulls. You just smell a bunch of. You hear like the waves crashing. You hear people shouting on boats. Like people with big nets catching seafood, and you do.
Just cook lobster.
uh, so you do see a big crate in the intersection.
Mhm.
You also see JB Nevercut, excuse me. He is on the other side of the street and he's just eating an apple,
Mm.
just like an
Just
extra food
observing.
vendor. He's just kind of keeping to himself and just kind of looking around.
Interesting.
Um, and then if you come across there you go. 1 second here. Yeah. So you go to the wooden crate. There's a large wooden crate on the corner of Net Street, Dock Street. And you do see what appears to be a tiefling girl with like kind of fiery, like almost like a dark, it almost looks like black, but you see there's like some red shimmering in there. And she goes and says, "Oh, do you have a hanky for me?"
I sure do, sweetie. If you would be ever so
Oh,
wonderful and deliver this to JB when you get a chance. And she'll kind of like slyly put it in there as if, to be very discreet, as if she just leaned up against the crate and dropped it in one fluid motion.
oh,
Very casual, as she hands
oh,
hands it to her.
thank you so much. And you see her eyes go down as a sinister smile comes out.
Hmm.
It's finally mine. And I didn't think it picked up in the mic. But she's like, yeah, she cackles. And the crate bursts into flames and she's gone.
Well, someone likes the show.
What a twist.
And she kind of just like is in admiration of such an like devious look, followed by the cackling and then the burst of flame. And she just kind of turns to the rest of the party, if you were watching, and goes, "Well, I sure hope that was exactly what was required, but that was very entertaining
That was crazy.
and unexpected."
JB comes up actually and has an apple. Goes, "Come on, apple." Pretty good.
You know, I did just have some cheese earlier, so I think I'll pass on the apple for now. But it does look very delicious.
Do any of you want an apple?
I'll take one.
There you go, bigger. That was great. That was pretty good. Oh, you're probably confused about the whole cackling situation, right? Yeah.
No, not at all. It was very enjoyable.
Okay, then I will need to explain myself.
I would like to know what happened, because that was... I haven't seen something like that before.
Okay. So she goes by the name Yira, Y-R-A, and she's actually a little demon. Yeah, she let's say she loves handkerchiefs and cloth items, which I'm like, okay, fine. And you know, we've had dealings in the past, and she's easy to please, so it was like a nice little mission here, and yeah, it works out. I will, and he turns his Zymina, and I am very impressed with you, Zymina. I already was in the beginning, but you could have just simply persuaded her or talked to her to give you the hand key without any problems, but you took a harder approach and just took it from her in front of a huge crowd full of people. That is amazing.
I can't say that I'm not one who loves to explore different avenues of doing things. Diversity is the key to success, after all.
It may be a key to success, but there's a lot of locks on that door.
True, but all it takes is small victories. Hopefully you get them all unlocked at some point.
Oh, I'm sure it will. It'll get easier the more you do it, too. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're definitely going to get some renown, because I definitely would like it if you would be a part of our group for some time. And just as a little token of my thanks and gratitude, this is for you. And drops just a black little pouch. It feels like dragon.
Okay, she'll just like casually catch it and just like loosely have it in her hand like this, just still looking at him, not deigning to like leave his gaze, like just appreciative, but like still keeping eye contact.
And I believe you'll take care of my sack very well. Thank you so much.
I'll place it somewhere very close to my heart.
I know you will. And there's more where that came from. I'm gonna go, by the way. Again, great job. I wouldn't have known you took it until that lady complained. No one saw it. Not even one of her trusting spies. I'll get in contact with you.
I look forward to every moment.
I know you will. Goodbye, friends.
Bye. Bye.
He said friends.
Bye.
He doesn't acknowledge you.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't acknowledge.
He
she kind of resumes her normal posture as if unfazed by that whole conversation, just turns to the party. Well, I'm so happy to not be broke anymore. And she kind of like opens the pouch to see how much she had received now that he's walked away.
Sure. It's 20 dragon.
Okay,
Woo!
that's better than, I mean, I need some money, y'all.
Yeah, you do. But Zymina, whew, you could cut that sexual tension with a knife. Woo, woo.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. We're close enough now that we can talk about this stuff.
Well, if there was anything to talk about, sure, but let's not be overindulgent in such trivial matters, and let's help Krieg out on what he needs to accomplish here as well. She kind of like diverts the conversation towards Krieg.
Fine.
She is being serious though, like she has no interest.
Okay,
Boo.
so you wanted to do your quest?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you go to the dock ward, which you are already at right now. Basically, I need you to make an investigation check for me, please.
19.
Okay, perfect. It was pretty much to find like information about where these attacks were happening. You find out that the murders have happened near Mule Skull Tavern on Ship Street.
Another tavern.
It's
Wow,
another
they're
tavern.
so original with their street names in this ward.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I do.
Mule Skull Tavern. So, it is actually, you guys are pretty close to it. Yeah, it's only like a block away. All right, so you get there.
By Cod
And-
Lane.
Yes, by Cobb Lane.
Stop.
Okay, so yes. Okay, I'm just looking here. I do apologize. Okay.
It's okay. Craig,
So,
do you let us know any of this, or are you just kind of leading and we're just following you?
So I tell them about the someone is killing elf and half-elf sailors in this ward by decapitation.
Jeez.
Wow, it's pretty vulgar.
And we're gonna be able to fix that. Okay.
Well, I mean, he might just need to get information first. Let's not be too hasty.
Oh, right. Information.
We also don't want a certain
I was-
someone to have to turn into something else either. I quite like the new form.
Dan, I was
They're
told
not
to
with
look
us.
into it, not
Oh,
solve
that's true,
the
but I'll say that out loud
issue.
anyway.
Correct.
That's what he said.
Would they appreciate the initiative if the problem was dealt with?
I would say with this faction, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think that they would appreciate it if if this was not a problem anymore, but however you handle it. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, you could go inside the tavern if you would like. It is not very crowded at the moment because of it is pretty early in the day. You do see a gentleman, a half-orc gentleman with very hairy forearms, a broken tusk, and kind of brown hair with a bolt on top. And he's wearing an eye patch. Hey, what can I get you?
I'll take whatever ale you have on tap, as well as maybe some information if you're willing to give it.
What troubles you?
Just real quick, sorry, Krug. Do you want Miki and Saimina to come into the tavern with you as support, or would you like us to wait outside and like just hang out and let this be your thing? Because I don't want to distract. I just want you to lead this operation. Because this is just for your quest. If you don't want us to be involved with your guild matters, that's fine.
Yeah. Why don't you guys wait outside?
Okay.
I will say there is an elven gentleman who's pretty drunk on like the bar. What is it, the bar counter, like to the far left, but he's the only patron there. And then you
Okay.
see the half-orc bartender.
I would just like Craig know to like yell if he needs help with anything.
Yeah, I'll let you guys. I'll yell for you guys if I need help.
Okay, we'll just be outside talking amongst ourselves. We have so much to discuss. And then she like looks at Miki. You wanted to talk about romance? And then like as Craig goes in, that's just
Yep.
the end, the trailing part of what he hears.
That's the trail.
All right. So you ask the bartender what's going on. He goes, there's been some violence happening, but I don't know too much about it.
Are you aware of anybody that might know more?
Not really. It doesn't happen right. Like, it's a dog word, son. it's kind of common. And you hear the elven gentleman go, with all the things that are happening, I think it's best to just ignore it. It's like people get killed left and right, and it's like, I'm dead. You just gotta just be flexible.
So you're okay with dying?
I didn't say that, but if I did say that, would it make a difference? And he puts his finger on your chest, goes.
Oh my god.
Well, not everybody has the same feelings on the situation that you do.
Because we're all different, and that makes the place great. I'm gonna go, because I got a family, and they're like, where's Eldar? All the time. So, you have a good day. And he pats you and starts stumbling out of the tower.
Have you had any friends of yours?
Are you asking the drunk elf?
Yeah, any friends of yours?
I have a lot of friends. I'm so popular. I'm great. So and vomits in the front. I need to go. And he starts shuffling out, and you guys see this elven guy just walking northeast.
Dan, was it specified by whether the murder, the I guess decapitations were happening at night or during the day?
Let's see if he actually said something. Each one decapitated by a blade in the dead of night.
Any friends of yours go missing in the past couple nights?
It's, where is that one guy? I'm sure they're fine. And he's just continuing to walk.
Okay.
Are you following him outside of the tavern
Yeah,
as he's like kind of watching the end of this?
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna let him get a little further ahead so he doesn't realize that I'm following him. But I'm assuming he wouldn't really perceive me unless I was like following super close because of how wasted he is.
Sure. And so all of you are so the three of you are kind of keeping your distance, but still keeping an eye on Heldar, right?
Yeah.
If that's what Craig wants, if Craig wants us to go with him, yes.
want.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
he wants us to go
they can
to the
follow
tavern
me.
again.
I see it as the elf dude and then Craig and then us in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just following Craig, who's following the elf dude.
If the three of you could roll a perception check for me, please.
Sure. 13.
15.
16.
Work.
You guys notice a drow in pretty similar clothes, that you're familiar with. Kind of like crossing paths with this elf.
Like purposely trying to get with like in front of him, or just kind of like stalking him.
So he's kind of, if like he's going this way, he's still go to like across the road. That's what he's doing.
Okay. Does it look? I mean, I guess Craig would have a better perception with his height of what's going on with that, but since we're a little further back, does something look like it's about to happen?
I'm sorry, asking me or Craig?
Well, you, I guess, but I just didn't know, like...
I would say there's some intent in that walk. Doesn't look good.
We're pretty far away.
Probably in about 10 seconds is when they're going to meet.
I mean, it just calls out to, with all of our perception checks, we would all kind of get that intent, right?
Yeah.
So So I mean, it kind of starts to like break into a run because it looks like this is important to Krieg, so she wants to be like as close to him as possible if he starts to take action.
I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna kind of watch what's transpiring.
Okay. As you do. Okay, so as you kind of keep your eye on watch, and Zamina's running, the drow brings out his sword, sweeps around his neck, and holds the gun at you. Don't you move. And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Of course.
Yeah.
Always a cliffhanger, Daniel.
I was planning on something else, but with the cheese, we had to.
I'm so
With
sorry.
the cheese.
I'm kidding. It was a funny moment. No, it was good. So yeah, we're going to initiate combat next episode.
Yay,
Possibly,
combat!
depending on what happens.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a better look at this person to see if they're imitating the guild I'm going for or if they're not. Because I mean, it's hard to say I'm not close enough just yet, but I want to find out because that's also like, bitch, I am not getting involved in this, or you are not impersonating my guild.
Exactly. And yeah, to answer Tyler's question, yeah, there are guns in this game. There are gun gunslingers. Yeah. So.
He mentioned that there was some, in the beginning in the Yawning Portal, there was some that were also part of the clan that Zymina was interested in joining. So this is like, don't know if it's the same person involved in our
mix
of
everything.
Or not.
Yep. Well, we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. As mentioned, as I always say, please check out our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the cool socials, Twitter as well. Thank you so much because I don't use it myself, so I need that. So thank you. And please just share your love. We have a lot of people liking this show. I think we're getting a lot of traction. A lot of people like it. But just share and really have a good time.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a little
That was
chaotic.
Great. It was chaotic.
A lot of bad things almost happened and still can.
Yeah, you almost
fucking that one.
You almost died, and you were going to almost be put to death.
Well,
yeah.
To be fair, it was either community service or death. There was a lot of options.
There was a lot of stuff, but
that was a lot.
Please just spread the love, spread the show. We love you all very much, and remember, we love you. And this is Roll or
Roleplay.
Roleplay.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Combat next week.
Can't wait.